Hey guys, two videos today I want to share. One is dimensions. Hopefully give you a little bit of an idea of... Bubba, what are you doing, mate? Hopefully give you a little bit of an idea, a deeper insight into dimensions. I've shared this before, but I don't think I've shared it on the board, and I just hopefully shed a bit of light on where we're going and the dangers of things like virtual reality and why they push you. Okay, if you were to see a piece of paper and it had two matchstick men on the piece of paper, okay, they live in the paper. Two-dimensional reality. Two-dimensional reality. What's that mean? That means their whole existence is up, down, left, right on the page, anywhere on the page, on a flat page. So this is the flat plane. 3 dimensions is the higher ground, okay? So to pull them out of the page. But if you were to, if these people were talking to each other, and one of the matchstick men on the page said to the other guy, I believe there's something out there. This guy would go, you know, compared it to today's world, you're mad, mate. There's nothing out there. This is all there is. Their mind can't even fathom what 3-dimensional reality looks like. If you could pull them out, right? If you could pull them out, what that being, that little matchstick man, now he's sitting up out of the page. This 3-dimensional reality, which is vast, is blow his mind away, right? Blow his head off his shoulders. So look at this. They're on a piece of paper, right? And they can sense something in the 3 dimensions, but they can't see us. We're in 3 dimensions, right? We've got a bit more, 3 dimensions to us. Just let's say they were to put their faith in something in 3 dimensions, and you knew about it. In 3 dimensions, we can see them, but they can't see us. And if they just say they believe that there was something that cared for them outside of that 2-dimensional reality, it might move our heart and we might want to help them, okay? So this is the relationship between 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions. The 3rd dimension where we are, right, we might be talking to someone and say, you know what? I believe that there's something in the field around us. And this person goes, mate, it's a load of BS. I follow the mainstream science. It's just energy and matter. That's it. Now, trust me, we can't see them. We're built, bear in mind, we're built biologically to see them. The pineal gland, the eyes, is for awareness to see through the eyes into 3-dimensional reality. The pineal gland is to keep us connected all the time to what goes on in the field, the spirit world. Okay, but that gets severed by our society, by our science, by our chemicals. I've covered that a lot. So no, there's nothing in the field, but the faith in our spiritual fathers and mothers in the field moves them. Okay, it moves them because we can't see them, but they can see us because they're in the 4th dimension. 4 dimensions, right? Now let me just share the dangers, an analogy and the dangers of creating karma, right? What's this? If you have a game, and I know now it's different, you just upload games, but let's say you've got a PlayStation game and it's a disc, it's just a CD. The CD has got data on there, right? Data. Information. You put it into the console, right? And the console's connected to the TV. And you play a game. And let's say this is you, right? And you are watching the game, and you are playing a character in the game. Now, the information on the disc, when it's in there, when it's projected onto the screen, right? In there is time. There is depth. There is a past and future. There is a whole universe in the game. Okay? But who's playing the game? It's you. You are the real life that is playing the game. This is a simulation, right? Now let's say in the game, the software program in the game is designed to cut the connection here. So the player, you's playing the game, your character's doing what you don't want it to do. Okay? It's not listening to you because this player now is going rogue. He doesn't believe that someone's playing him, there's another observer. He believes that this is all there is. Now let's say he's a scientist in the game, and that scientist is a quantum physicist. And the quantum physicist says, I want to find the building blocks of reality. The more they look for it in the game, they can't find it, because the whole basis of this game is information on the disc. Okay? So when they look for it, the further we look for it, the further it goes away from us. This is where we are now. Scientists can't find matter. The more they look, the more they find it's empty space. 99 point blah 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 percent space. It's just space, just information. It's information on the disk, let's say, in this analogy. Okay? So we don't believe that person doesn't believe that there's someone here who's actually observing what they're doing. Now look, my teacher said a few times, people don't realize their biggest blockage in life is their own soul. So imagine that the player, is like the soul, the observing consciousness. If you are doing what your soul doesn't want it to do, because this experience is to progress this journey, right? Then what happens is, you're going to put blockages in its way. Why aren't you doing what I want you to do? You put blockages in its way, and this person gets further and further lost, okay? Because let's forget about this for a minute. We are in a simulation. Now, let's say this is our physical body. What you've got to realize is there is an observer. I'm going to put it as an I, but we don't know what it is. People say it's the soul, it's the spirit, it's the observing consciousness. Doesn't matter. We, where we are, cannot look at that. Because this observing consciousness only looks one way. It only looks out. People say, from here, go inward, and I believe that. But even if we go inward, let's say we observe our heart, okay? Because the micro is a reflection of the macro. Let's say we observe our heart, we send love to our heart, we heal the body. It's still coming out from the observing consciousness. We don't know what that is. We do, but we don't at the same time. This three-dimensional reality is observed by an observing consciousness that's not in three-dimensional reality. It's experiencing three-dimensional reality through this experience. Just like the player is experiencing the game through this character. I hope I'm making sense. Here's the dangerous part. In this physical existence, right? This physical life, if we harm others, we create karma in the observing consciousness. Spiritually speaking, this is no joke. This is the real deal. This simulation is no joke. We create karma. And the more suffering we have in this experience, right, or in the game, the more the more deeper we go into the game, the more we can understand what the observant consciousness is. Anything we observe in our life, our arm, our heart, our mind, our thoughts, the thoughts that this character's having, the observant consciousness that observes them should be detached. That is not me. That is the simulated, illusory existence. That is not me. You can give this body a vaccine. You can force a vaccine on it. You can do anything you want because it's not me. Okay? I don't consent. I do not consent to all the bullshit and three-dimensional reality you want to put on me. But if you force it on me, right? I don't care. It's not me. I am detached. I am the eternal spirit. Okay? I am not attached to physical life. That's where the suffering is. But we have to save this experience, is to learn how to grow in compassion, love, and understanding. So the physical life can nourish the spiritual journey, the spirit's experience, okay? I hope I'm making sense. Now watch this. This is the dangerous part. If you can create karma in this life for the spiritual journey, and this is an experience which mainstream science are saying is like a simulation. They're actually all saying that this is like a simulation, this world. We can't find the nature of it because we can't find the character in the game. He's in the game looking for the makeup of his reality. It's dated on this. When we come into this simulation, we can use the same analogy. Our spirit has an information which is karma, which says in our lifetime we're going to experience X, Y, Z, okay? And we can either create more karma or we can purify our karma, purify our data in our observant consciousness to help bless our future lives. This is the dangerous part. And I'm making a mess of this. This is the dangerous part, right? I hope you're staying with me, guys. Watch this. If what we do in this life definitely affects the observer, here's the conscious observer, right? We can't see, it's observing this reality. Here is us having this physical experience in three-dimensional reality. Okay, this is always present. This is subject to time and space. Okay. Now watch this. Get your kids off computer games. Okay. I don't want to scare anyone because I know a lot of people's kids play computer games. Watch this. You're playing a computer game, and in that computer game, right, you are observing your character. Your character is going around blowing up cities, killing people, right? Based off this model, we have to take the possibility serious that we are creating karma playing these games. We're creating karma in another reality. This is another reality. It might be a two-dimensional reality. It's actually three-dimensional for them. We're causing suffering. They could be suffering. Right? Just like we've experienced suffering and whatever mistakes we make here are affecting our spiritual journey, Shen, right? We are creating karma here. Now watch this. Now they're pushing, right? They want to cut us off from this and they're doing a great job. Calcifying, fluoride, glyphosate, chemtrails, okay? All this stuff. So the scientific model cutting us off from spirit, right? So we're lost in the dream. Now watch this. What are they pushing next? Virtual reality. What's happening here is, this is our character, and our character is in one reality. He's going deeper into the game. He's living in virtual reality. He's going another reality away from your true self. Who's to say that once they get you in there and you totally forget about this body, you become attached completely to who you are in the virtual reality? Who's to say in the future we won't be going in another virtual reality? The soul is going further, 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 further down into hell and further away from our true essence. This true essence could be a player playing another game. We don't know that yet, okay? But it can't be good. Our kids are dying in Korea because they're playing games so much. They're dying. They're so engrossed in the game that they're ignoring all their vital signs. They're dehydrating and starving to death and dropping dead on the computer. I've seen women who are feeding their kids physical bodies to keep them alive because they're just watching the fucking computer. Because this puts you in a trance, scientifically proven. Movies, games put you in a trance state. So look, that's my theory on dimensions. Okay, well, if it doesn't work for you, just drop it. If it makes sense, share it or apply it. I love you all very much. Take care.